Not to say that you should call people slurs.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a review of The Invisible Man, the new movie that just came out in 2020, not the original. I really liked it because I found it to be really relatable as an invisible person myself. So yeah, with that, we'll just jump right into the review. I'm invisible.
Explain again. I'm not allowed to do the whole plot. I'm allowed to go scene by scene. Tell you all the juicy deeds. You gotta watch it yourself. It's Aries season. So, the very basic outline is that Cecilia and Adrian are together. The movie starts with her drugging him, running off into the night. They break up. Then everyone tells her that that Adrian has killed himself.
Do they break up or were they not in communication? Because he didn't know where she was.
Well, I mean, she broke up with him running off into the night.
Yeah, but it's not like they had a big breakup.
She didn't say, "We're done, Adrian."
Yeah, that didn't happen. The reason is because he was very abusive.
He was a psycho.
Yeah.
Like, he did all kinds of crazy stuff to her. In every sense of the word.
Yeah.
And so then she's starting to try and, get over it, move on with her life. And then she starts getting harassed by an invisible man. And she's like, hey. Credits. So then she's like, Adrian's not dead. He's invisible. And he's trying to kill me. And everyone's like, bitch, that sounds crazy. No, he's not. He's dead. Lo and behold, it was Adrian. He was invisible. Trying to kill her. Well, was he trying to kill her? Or was he trying to emotionally terrorize her into coming back? And then when she would not, he said, I'm going to end your life. I'm going to end this whole woman's career.
Yeah, but would it be to come back because he wanted everyone to believe that he was dead? So if she came back to him, he would have to.
Well, because she gets pregnant. She gets pregnant at one point, and the brother's telling her have the baby and come back to him. Like he tells her.
Oh, he says come back.
He says call Adrian and because the brother was like, yeah, he's not dead.
Right.
The brother was in on it the whole time, and then I guess they were gonna come up with some like, haha, just kidding.
JK.
I'm not dead. I don't know. She said, fuck that, and killed his ass. Roll credits. Mm-hmm. A very good movie. We already said, I very much enjoyed it. She much enjoyed it.
I much enjoyed it.
Very scary. I should lead off by saying that I am an extremely paranoid person. I truly do believe there is someone or something living in the crawl space in the attic that is directly above my bedroom door.
Yep.
So you can imagine how this movie made me feel.
Not good.
He's an invisible man. I have this bat. I have slept with this by my bed since watching the movie.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Oh my God. I didn't know that.
I'm not messing around. Do you know how scared I was? Listen, we watched the movie. I went to bed. I say goodnight to her. Go to my room. I hear a crash from her bedroom, and I came hurrying on down the hall. So I knock on her door, and I'm going, is that you? No answer at first.
Wait. I didn't?
No.
I was right there.
I asked you question. I was like saying, are you okay? And was that you? And you did not answer me.
I didn't hear that.
See? So you can imagine how paranoid I was already. Then I said it again, and she opened the door. I walk in, there's like pin boards falling over. And she goes, I don't even know how that happened. They inexplicably...
That was the word I used.
...just fell.
Yep. Well, it's true. I wasn't even near them.
Well, you know what? To Cecilia, a lot of things were happening to her inexplicably.
Yep. That is exactly how I would describe them.
I took a shower. I was like, I feel like I could hear footsteps in my room the other night.
Oh boy.
I'm already sure that our house is haunted or someone like, you know, so it's already bad enough. That being said, this movie was very good at...
I, on the other hand, slept like a baby, continued on life as normal.
That's what she always does. Nothing gets to her.
I was fine.
It's very good at building tension.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Moss, who played Cecilia, was feral, unhinged.
Oh, very unhinged.
She said, I'm crazy and I don't give a shit. And that really, I was like, well, now I'm going to be killed.
By Elizabeth Moss?
By maybe her, maybe somebody else. I feel like I was going to die after I watched that movie.
I see.
The attic scene, so she's at home, it does not take her very long
To know
realize
exactly what's up.
She gets choked out in the kitchen by an invisible hand and is like, it's Adrian.
I know what's happening.
So she immediately like gets coffee and sprays it all over the floor and like barricades herself in the room. And then that's when the attic scene happens and
She calls Adrian's phone and she hears it buzzing from the ceiling.
The ceiling! But like all these weird things have been happening inexplicably. Like a knife went missing, some stuff from her portfolio went missing. She was drugged.
Yep.
And she had no idea how. So then the phone rings up in the attic. She goes up into the attic, which, by the way, she is so brave.
So brave.
I would be out
I would
like
be
a little smoke cloud of like Scooby-Doo. That would have been me.
I would have been like Forrest Gump. Like I would just start running and I just don't stop.
So she goes up into the attic and like sees all of the things that have gone missing, and then she's like holding the phone. It's like Adrian's phone. Then she gets a text from him that says surprise.
From an unknown number.
Yeah, but it's him. That was probably one of the scariest, because that's when you first see him.
Yeah.
Because she's like, she knows he's in the house, so she gets a paint bucket, and I think they play that in the trailer.
Yeah.
You see, and then so we were wondering like, is it a suit? Because in the original he's like a scientist, and I think he like drinks like a potion or something. I honestly can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen it. But he's got the bandages and everything. It looks kind of silly compared to this one. And so we were trying to figure out how they were going to do that with making him invisible. And he's got like a suit. It's kind of like a morph suit, but made of cameras that basically like reflect his surroundings to make him invisible, because he's like an optics engineer or something.
Genius.
Yeah. So that's when you first see like,
what he really be looking like.
right, that's how you figure out like, okay, so he's wearing a suit. What was the other thing that really got me? The restaurant scene with her sister. He kills her sister.
That felt like it had the feel of like in a nightmare. When, like,
yes, when everything's
going wrong and you are just watching and
Yes.
like suddenly it's your fault and like you can't explain it, you can't do anything.
Like you're driving the car and then suddenly you're just like going 500 miles per hour and ramming into everyone, and then you have like 6 police cars coming as fast as you can. Yes, and you're like, I didn't do this.
Yeah.
Or you know what it even kind of reminds me of is at some points I feel like we compare this to everything, is Twin Peaks. It gives you the sense of like the high anxiety of like Twin Peaks, like you know what's going on, but no one else knows what's going on.
Yeah.
To kind of stop what's happening, sort of. More so, maybe Fire Walk with Me is more anxiety driven.
Yeah.
It kind of gives me those vibes a little bit, because you're like, it's him, and like you want to scream at everybody.
Yeah. I liked the use of negative space.
Yes, because it's also very chilling, because you don't know if he is there or not. It's not like Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon where you could see him. Like, you straight up cannot see Adrian in this unless the movie does something to show you he's there.
Yeah.
So, like, they'll have a shot with her in the corner and, like, a hallway, and she could just be standing there and he could not.
Yeah, he
couldn't even be in the house.
You think, like, oh, he's probably there. You could guess where he is.
Yeah.
But you don't know for sure.
It's very scary. They did a good job with making it frustrating that absolutely no one believed her. And even at the point where some of the characters saw him with their own eyes, saw the camera. Like there's a part where she's escaping. She gets put in a mental hospital eventually after she kills the sister. And
after she's framed for killing the sister.
Yeah. She catches him and stabs him in the chest a couple times and damages the suit, so he starts flickering so you can see him in and out. And so the security guards are thinking that she's trying to escape, and Adrian starts killing off the guards one by one. And that was frustrating because it's on security camera. People see what he can do, and like characters that were close to her still were like, is it really that serious? You know? He also framed his brother, which made things worse for her. He framed his own brother, that the brother was the one committing all the murders and that he was tied up in his attic.
Well, it's a little ambiguous because, like,
I don't know if the brother was in on it or not.
Was he framed? Was he like really in on it and they were like working together?
Right.
There were two of them. Was it actually the brother the whole time? I mean, probably not, but it could be.
I think that the brother was in on it. I don't know what extent he was in on it, because they really don't tell you. You just know that the brother knows, and he's in the suit. You see him in the suit. But I think that Adrian is the mastermind behind everything, because there's a line at the end where he says surprise to Cecilia.
Yeah.
When they're having dinner at the very end.
Yeah.
And that's sort of a thing throughout the movie, is you'll think like, oh, is he in the room? And he'll say like, he says surprise, or the text message said surprise. And the way that he said it, like he was like punched the surprise, kind of. So it was him. But I just don't know.
I don't know
if that was the first time the brother had ever been in the suit. You know, so that makes it a little scarier as well, because you don't really know. Also very nice.
But I mean, but he was, because like, you know that it wasn't like Adrian put his body into the suit, because he was there and attacking James and his daughter. Because
remember we said, I was confused about it, because
so he was definitely in cahoots and like
tried to kill
someone.
Yeah. I just don't know if that was the only time. Right. What I mean. Because she stabs the suit, and then she gets on the phone with Adrian, and he's threatening to kill her friend's daughter because she's at home by herself. So then it shows the house that the daughter's sleeping in, and the suit, like you don't see anything. The suit would be flickering out.
It's like totally working like fine.
Right, and it's like raining and all of this. So we were both thinking like, well, how is that possible? We just saw that his suit was flickering.
Went home and got a new one.
Right, did he get a new one? Did he fix it somehow on the, like, Fast and Furious drive home? You know, but it was because it was the brother. So there was two of them working at the same time.
Yeah. We just don't know, I guess, when the brother started. If he was helping with another suit from the beginning.
Right.
It's ambiguous.
Yes. The ending was also very good.
Mm-hmm.
She got her revenge. She said, "You will not fuck up my life anymore."
Not today.
She said surprise back to him.
Not today.
Although still people were like, was this necessary? I feel like the friend was a little bit like, the cop friend was like, I'll go on with it. But like,
yeah.
Couldn't we have just put him in jail? And it's like, clearly that wouldn't work.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is a cop.
It was kind of frustrating. It's like watching Batman.
Yeah.
It's like, just kill the Joker already.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. The only thing that I will say that I was disappointed in was, oh my gosh, I forgot his name again. Oliver Jackson Cohen.
I think so.
He was in The Haunting of Hill House. I very much enjoyed him.
I knew him
See,
from
I knew
something.
you were going to say that. You always say that. This happens every time we watch something. I'll say, like, this person is really this person. Then you see, like, brain blast happening. So he's Luke in The Haunting of Hill House. To be fair, he's not in it a lot.
In The Haunting of Hill House?
Well, in this.
Oh, in this, yeah.
So that was my problem. Like, when I saw he was cast as the Invisible Man, I guess I kind of just, like, no thoughts, head empty. Was like, oh, well, he'll be in the whole thing. He's invisible.
He's invisible, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what I was expecting after a certain point where I realized, oh, he'll be invisible, he won't be in the movie, because I was excited for him to be in it. I don't know if I thought he was going to be like, hey, over here, bitch. Something, you know. I don't like The Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Like they're like, we're gonna have a black princess finally.
She's gonna be a frog.
She's gonna be a frog the whole time.
Or like that new one, Soul. Like, oh, it's gonna be a movie about black people.
Yes.
But he's gonna be like a little spirit.
Like Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yeah.
Is that his name? Doughman?
He's a boy.
Doughboy.
Oh, he's a boy. Don't get it twisted.
Disney do be doing that.
They do be doing that.
They're like, we have a gay character, and it's just like, hello, and then that's it.
Yeah. Hi.
Anyways, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
The other thing that I have a problem with was that like everyone was so like, he's not real.
Yeah, especially the sister. We were like,
That sister was horrible to her.
yeah, as we were watching, we were discussing it. Like,
because it's hard for me to say because, again, I'm a very paranoid person.
Yeah.
So if she came to me and was like, my ex-boyfriend is invisible and he's trying to kill me, I would be like, we're going to get some sprinklers for the house. We're going to get some paint cans. We're going to turn this into Home Alone.
yeah.
Like, he will not succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, realistically, I think probably anyone else would. I don't think realistically anyone else would be like, of course.
Yeah.
He's
like
invisible.
But like
But she was like, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah. The thing with the email, it's like their relationship was totally fine. I mean, it's a little strange because like, oh, she's saying Adrian is real. I don't know. Things are going wrong in her life.
Well, they also kind of seemed like they maybe had a little bit of strain, but more so because Adrian was taking her from everybody, pulling her away from everyone. So
which, yeah, if your sister's in an abusive relationship, you don't get mad at her.
Yeah, she was mad at her sister for being in an abusive relationship.
Yeah,
pretty much.
But like all of a sudden, she sends like a really nasty email saying
that doesn't sound like her.
It doesn't sound like her, like saying, I don't want to be in your life anymore. You suck. You're ugly. You're disgusting. Give me $200.
Yes.
And she's like, it was from you. Goodbye.
Yes.
And she was like saying, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like, if I got an email like that, I would think that someone hacked her account. Right. It was spam or something.
Yes.
Like if you sent that and then said, listen, that wasn't me, I would believe you because why even you're going against what you just said.
Right.
It's like saying, I don't want to be in your life.
Why would you say something like that and then be like, no, I didn't say that immediately after.
Yeah.
So vehemently.
Yeah. She was stupid.
Yeah.
And she was rude to a waiter.
Oh my God, yeah, the
Sexy
restaurant scene.
Waiter who didn't do anything.
Oh my God. Yeah, the restaurant scene where Adrian kills her, she is horrible to the waiter.
Yeah.
She kind of just has that attitude anyways because she was like that to Adrian's brother also. But to be fair, Adrian's brother was being an ass.
Yeah.
But like still, like she just seems very like aggressive, like unnecessarily aggressive for no reason. And so that was frustrating. And then also like the friend that she was staying with and the daughter, it was more frustrating because I know she wasn't doing those things. Like Adrian slaps the daughter, so it looks like Cecilia did it, and then they both freak out and they're like scared of her because she's already kind of on edge about Adrian. Like she knows Adrian's in the house at that point. And it's like frustrating because I saw that she was like a good 5 feet from her and there was no way that she smacked her. But it's also frustrating because it's like, I know Cecilia's stressed out, but what at this point, she's gotten money from Adrian and she set up a trust fund, like a college fund for the friend's daughter to go to school. So I don't know why at this point, what Cecilia has done to make them think she would ever hurt her. Yeah. Even if she's like on edge. So that was frustrating.
But at the same time, I do see how, like, what other like logical explanation could explain it.
Right.
And I understand him wanting to protect his daughter above
it was just kind of frustrating because it's like you want to scream at them like, no, it's Adrian, but you can't because it's fake.
It's just a movie.
Allegedly. But
my only other issue is that James hasn't called me yet. Waiting on that.
But this is also, Blumhouse is remaking all of the Universal Monster movies. So this is the first one. I don't know how many they're going to make. I've heard rumors of, well, no, they're not rumors. They're already like pre-production of Dracula and the Invisible Woman, which I don't know for sure. There's a director, but I don't know. I said Elizabeth Moss was directing it, but that's who was playing Cecilia.
Yeah.
That's not who's directing it.
Oh, who's directing it?
What's her name? Effie from
The
Hunger Games. Her name's Elizabeth, isn't it?
I think so.
You know who I'm talking about. We'll put it
Yeah.
on. We'll like do a little thing. So she's supposed to be directing it. I said Elizabeth Moss directing. That's her. That makes sense. I don't know if the Invisible Woman that they're making, I don't know if that's going to be the second one that's coming out or if Dracula's coming before it. And I also don't know if Cecilia will be the Invisible Woman, like if this has awoken something. But that would be kind of sad. I don't know if I would really like that, for her to like come out of an abusive relationship and like get rid of this evil
and then
in her
become
life.
a villain.
Right. I don't know if I would like that, but depends on how it's done. There's rumors of Creature from the Black Lagoon, which I'm very excited for. That one's supposed to have, who was it? It was Chris Evans, which I would think he's the love interest and not the creature. I can't imagine them. I can't imagine them casting Chris Evans and then putting him in a ghillie suit.
Yeah.
But
imagine the Creature from the Black Lagoon with that
Dorito
bot.
I would like it, but I don't know. I've kind of wanted to see Chris Evans in a horror movie. Like it wasn't necessarily horror movies, but I liked him in Snowpiercer.
Oh yeah.
And I liked him in Knives Out.
Psychological thriller.
Yeah, so like that's kind of a good bridge for him. I think he would be pretty good in it because he was surprisingly good in those. You kind of just see him as like Captain America, you know, and that's just him. The female lead's supposed to be Scarlett Johansson, which like 10 years ago that would have been fine with me, but now it's like there's other people.
Yeah.
I don't know about Frankenstein. I think there's a Bride of Frankenstein rumor, but I can't imagine that they would make Bride of Frankenstein before Frankenstein, unless they wanted to do Frankenstein is the lady.
Oh. A husband of Frankenstein.
Like groom of Frankenstein.
Groom of Frankenstein.
Or something. That would be okay. That would be interesting. But I think because Blumhouse, with this one I was like kind of worried leading off. Because I was like, he's, you know, you think of like the wrapped up and the glasses and how is that? It's scary. So I'm excited for more of them. Especially since that stupid Tom Cruise
the mummy.
Like that dark universe thing that they were going to try and do. Brain blast. They were going to make the Invisible Man after the Mummy, the dark universe, and it was supposed to be Johnny Depp. So,
Yoink.
Thank God.
They pulled the plug on that
been
one.
not good.
Got a lot of sexiness to look forward to.
Oh yes, because
nightmare kind of thing, but
very hot.
Very hot.
We at Horror Nights went in that Universal Monster House more than any other house. We loved it. And so the Invisible Man was like the only one who wasn't in the house.
What are you talking about?
He could have been.
No, he was in there.
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I didn't see him.
You didn't see him? He had a bunch of different pop-outs.
See, no, I didn't see him.
Yeah. I guess you just missed him.
Yeah.
He was in there.
But the only like thing that bums me out is that usually now, because Horror Nights and Blumhouse usually collab at least once throughout the event for a house, like how are they going to do an Invisible Man house? You know?
Mm-hmm.
But
We'll skip that one.
I know, but then I want a Blumhouse house.
Yeah.
I enjoy them. Even though they're not very good. They haven't been very good, but I like them.
That's all that matters.
No more Purge. Although I think they're making a new Purge. There's a Purge TV show and another Purge movie come out. Like, can we do something else?
Ethan Hawke is in the original one, right?
Yes.
I want to watch the original
And Lena
one.
Headey. The first Purge, I will admit,
Yeah, kind of want to watch it.
I liked it, but then it started to get like,
Enough.
yeah, we get it.
Stop.
And then it's like bringing people wanting to like actually have a Purge,
Yeah.
especially in Florida. Like I always see the Purge on Twitter trending in Florida, and like we live in Florida, so that's not what I want to hear.
I would not do well in a purge.
I think we would
I've had nightmares about the purge.
Oh, so
I'm in
many.
the Purge.
That's all she dreams of.
That's all I dream of.
That and like toilets with no, the public toilets with no stalls.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways.
the director of this also directed Saw, which we have both never seen a Saw movie.
No, I've seen the second Saw.
Have you?
Yeah. It was
Why?
because I was at college, and I was staying up all night because I had to finish a stats assignment because I put it off because it was whole other story, but it was on TV,
So you watched it.
so I watched.
So you watched like an edited version, or was it on like a movie channel?
No, I didn't have movie channels, but it was like, it seemed like it had everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so there you go. Well, I've never seen a Saw movie. I don't really like torture porn. I feel like it's like jump scares. It's not my cup of tea. But we've, in our coronavirus quarantine, been watching a lot of theme park history videos.
Oh, yeah.
And we've seen the Saw roller coaster in Thorpe Park.
Thorpe Park, yeah.
And I am obsessed with the idea of that.
It
could be scarier, I think. Like, I would want to make people think they're actually going to die.
Yeah.
They spray water on you to make it look like there's, like...
Yeah, we got to get over to the UK.
So, now, yes, Alton Towers. Alton Towers as well. Really want to go there. Anyways, digressing. I really want to watch Saw now because I feel like... I don't want to say I'll enjoy watching people get tortured, but like I think it'll be funny.
Mm-hmm.
But like kind of. Mm-hmm. I find these types of things to be funny, of like, how in the world did you come up with that?
Yeah.
Like just the thought of someone sitting and thinking of like, let me put someone in a needle pit.
Yeah.
Let me put these two guys in a room chained up and someone has to cut their foot off.
Mm-hmm.
It's just funny to me for some reason. I don't know why. It's kind of like the Joker in the the comics and like the video game Joker, not Joaquin Phoenix Joker. But like how, like where are you coming up with this stuff?
The creativity jumps out.
Yeah.
I like to see it.
It's just kind of silly.
I always think of in Yes Man when he's watching Saw and he's like heckling them on his TV.
Yes.
Remember that?
I have watched part of the scene with the foot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you guys didn't even try that hard. But Mom got mad at me and was like, there was no way. Someone had to chop their foot off. And I was like, they could have figured a way out of it.
Yeah, dislocate your ankle.
He's just an old man. Just like hit him in the hip.
Well, they can't get to him.
Just pick up the
Not
fucking
there.
Billy doll and like shake him.
You can't. What is that gonna do?
I don't know. Like
he's on the TV anyway. They don't even see the Billy doll.
He's like up there in his little control room, right?
Yeah.
And like you just grab the doll by the neck because it doesn't have cameras in its eyes or something. I would imagine. Like how is he
appears
seeing?
on the TV.
He comes out on his little bicycle.
I don't know.
I think.
I know he. appears
Where
on
would
the
he come
TV
out
at
on the
one
little
point.
bike? I don't know. If the doll's there, just grab the TikToks and then like shake him and like call the old man a slur or something. I don't know what slur you would call him because he's a white old man.
Right.
I guess not to say that you should call people slurs, Jesus Christ. Psychological warfare. If he's going to tell you to cut your foot off, I think you're allowed to call the old white man a slur.
You're owed a slur at that point.
Call him like a piece of shit mouth. Something, you know, but like just shaking the dog, like scare him back. That's not going to scare him back. He's dead inside. He's a psychopath.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I would like some creativity from the other people.
Sure. Well,
the contestants.
In the second Saw movie, there was a thing where it was a bunch of people in like a house, and they all had a number on the back of their neck.
Sure.
That it was like all part of a combination to get out. And one guy like was turned against everyone else because he was like kind of being an asshole, and like he had everyone else's numbers, but like his was on the back, and like no one wanted to tell him because he was being an asshole, and he cut the skin off to see the number. So he got pretty creative.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I want.
Yeah.
I'm thinking also because we have other movies that we want to, or other videos we want to make. So I think we might do like original versus remake videos. So like there's a new Saw movie coming out sometime. I don't know when now, but we'll watch the original Saw and watch the new, what is it? I think it's called Spiral this time around. Like it's not called Saw. But I think it's called Spiral. So like, you know,
they should have called it.
I want to do stuff like that. So
Scene. We should compare the ones that are like frame by frame remakes. Compare
Psycho.
1997 funny games with 2007.
I don't want to watch Funny Games ever again.
It's a good movie. All right.
Look how it froze.
Oh my god. Nightmare kind of thing, but very hot. Yeah. I wouldn't do it with one that's a shot-by-shot remake.
No.
There's not much to compare.
No. Well, it was with Psycho.
Yeah, Psycho's a little bit more different.
Touching his little pee-pee.
Do you remember when I had that dream that Vince Vaughn was masturbating on someone aggressively?
Is that because of that?
Is that because of Psycho?
Probably. That's when he does it. I don't know what else you would have seen.
I mean, it's not like I watched it recently, but maybe like that's where that came from,
Yeah,
from like deep in my memory.
Brain blasts.
But he had 3 different heads. He had like his penis like sprouted off on the side, and it had 2 heads. And he came onto someone out of spite and aggression.
That's scarier than anything that'll be in Saw.
Yeah, try it. Come for me, Lee Wanell.
He makes a bunch of Blumhouse movies. I enjoy
Nightmare
his movies.
Bank.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, no more no make no life videos. No more movie reviews as of right now because there's not really any new movies out, horror movies, and we'll try to figure out what one we want to do first.
Yep.
I feel like we should do something else though, not Invisible Man.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll do Invisible Man eventually, but yeah, we're gonna figure out something because what else is there to do?
Nothing.
I'm excited to watch Saw. We might just make a video just about Saw by itself until Spiral comes out.
Yep.
Anyways, the ghosts. How many ghosts do you give it? I give it a 4.5 out of 5 ghosts. Ghouls.
I think on Letterboxd I gave it 4 out of 5. So that's what I'll give. If I changed it, then I'll change it. But I think that I gave it 4 out of 5.
We forgot all about the ghoul system.
Yeah.
4.5. 4. Watch it. It's on video on demand, so you can like watch it at home. Amazon Prime had it.
Yes. Catch you on the flip.